Yeah.
But she hasn't seen one.
Yes, I
That's the
The guest of honor is here. Yes, you are. No. I don't like
We're all together. I know, but try not
I'm terrific. You're freezing. Here we are with the three Rudolph sisters, Renee, Bernice, and Marcy. And today is December 20th, 2009, and we're at Amy and Greg Field's house, celebrating Hanukkah, although a few days late, but still with the family. And what I want to do is talk a little about your family, you as girls who were living together. And one of the things I remember seeing was a photograph of the three of you, and I'm guessing you might have been around 12 years old. I think it may have been taken in Atlantic City, you being Marcy, with
the baby suits?
There's the three of you with your father. So, what memories do you have? The three girls and Sam.
I loved him. I worshipped him.
Yeah.
I really did. I sat on his lap until I was 21 years old.
She was still in his lap all the time.
Oh, I love him.
I remember we would argue because we all wanted to comb his hair. and he could only handle two of us on his lap at one time. And I remember combing his hair for him. He loved it when you fussed over him.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, another thing I remember. He grew a mustache.
Came out red.
And it came out red. And I was so excited because they never knew where I got my red hair. That I remember.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. I just remember
Yeah.
that.
So, any other memories of Sam?
Oh, God.
Oh, I have a lot of
A lot of memories.
Saturday night. It was hip parade night. And
Oh,
we
yeah.
put the radio on.
And we all danced.
And we all danced together. And guess again, it was Mom and Dad, and we loved to watch them dance together. And then they would each dance with us, but there's three girls and only one mom and one dad. So somebody was always left out a little bit.
And who was that?
I don't remember being left out.
No.
I don't know.
It wasn't left out the same person all the time.
It was
It wasn't, but you had to wait your turn.
So, okay, so you lived in a bunch of different houses, right?
What?
You didn't live at one location. Like Washington Avenue was like the last house where.
Oh, you mean early on?
Yeah.
My earliest recollection was on Ashmead Place
Oh, yeah.
and Germantown Avenue, around there. My parents had a store. They had a dry goods store. And this is my earliest recollection about anything. And on the corner of this street, on Ashmead Street, there was a lot. Big lot. Do you remember that at all, Bernice? No, you know what? Marcy's not going to remember, but Bernice maybe. And there was a lot. And we're playing in the lot, like maybe around 4 or 5 o'clock at night. Well, it was still daylight in the summer. And a bat flew on me. And I screamed. And Georgie, I forget his last name right now, but up until now I remembered it, maybe it'll come to me. Georgie, who maybe was 11 or 12 years old, saved my life. He came over and knocked the bat away. And because I was so frightened, I took my dress. We used to play in dresses, not. Took my dress and threw it over my head and ran home, forgetting that they could see my panties. And I was embarrassed to go out later. But that's my first recollection of anything when I was little.
Well, I remember having a bat in the house. And
Where?
Daddy
Was
went.
that on 52nd Street?
I don't know where it was.
Yeah.
But I was very little then. And there was a bat in the
Yeah, they
house,
could've
and
been
Daddy
pictures.
went after it with a broom, and we all went in the other room and closed the door.
He was our hero. He used to save us a lot. Yeah, he was our hero. Yeah, he
So,
was.
how old were you when this incident you just
Oh,
related?
that incident there, I must have been about 5.
5, okay.
Old enough to know that my panties shouldn't have shown what I did. I was so scared. I just did that.
Yeah.
Look, it stays in my mind. And the postscript to this story is, years and years and years later, when I had my store, this officer came in and I read it. And it was, I just can't remember his name, but really not important. But when I read it, I recognized it like this. And I said, did you used to live in Ashmead Place? He said, yes. I said, you saved my life when I was little. He was an officer. I had never seen him before or since.
Okay.
But he was in my store. That was funny.
I don't know whether you two are too young to remember when Marcy was born.
What?
Do you remember when Marcy was born?
Yeah.
You
she-
should remember. You should
I
remember.
said, oh, that baby, she's so funny looking.
I can't believe you said that.
Yeah.
Please, did you see that?
Yeah. Oh, she's so funny.
You didn't never told me that ever. That she thought I was funny looking.
No, I just
All
remember.
babies are
I
funny
vaguely
looking.
I vaguely
Not
remember.
my babies.
I
My
vaguely
babies are
remember
gorgeous.
mother with the bottle feeding her. I remember that.
Yeah.
I remember mother feeding you.
Yeah.
That vaguely in my mind, I can picture that, but I don't really.
But look what you turned into. You're
So
so
I
gorgeous.
was 4 years old, and this other incident, I was like 5, around that. So I guess you start remembering things better around then. Yeah.
So do we have a Sarah story, the 3 girls and Sarah?
What's there?
Do we have a Sarah story, the 3 girls and Sarah?
Yeah, there's a lot of stories. There's a lot of stories with Mom.
With the 3 of you, though.
Well, with the 3 of us,
Yeah.
well, our whole life we're 3. Individual, 3
I
together.
remember like Sunday afternoon, they dress us up and we'd have to sit there while my mother made me curls.
Yeah.
And with the
Curls.
sugar. They didn't have all the things they have today. She'd take sugar water and make curls all over my head and put these little dresses on with the big bows in the back and the big sleeves. And we'd have to sit there.
Wait
All
until
3 of us
6th
got
grade to
dressed
start
like
hair
that.
color. Yeah.
And then we
Yeah.
we would go out for dinner and a movie and
And one time, after Mother curled my hair, and I forgot to put my dress on first. So that time they had little buttons in the back, like this. And I put it on, and the top curls here got messed up. And I asked my mommy to do it again, and she says, no, it looks fine. And I burst out crying. Look how you remember the things that upset you. The good stuff you don't remember. And my kids do the same thing to me today. They'll bring up something that maybe I did. But maybe.
I don't remember much.
You don't remember much?
Do you remember eating Wheaties?
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's a good
and
story.
navel oranges.
That's a good